pirate, I roam the angry sea. My life is one of crime and piracy. If the sweet young damsel should chance to catch my eye, I tell to her the story that the spider told the fly. Then I snap my fingers, I snap the other one. I don't care should the parent pine. Once aboard the lugger and the girl is mine. Then I set my sails and sail away.
Sail away.
Pirate air was cooler. Wherever I go, I fear no more. On the good ship, Yankee Nicky Doodle.
On the good ship, Yankee Nicky Doodle.
Yo ho, little girls, yo ho. That's so, little girls, that's so.
Oh, it sounds all right in a sailor's song, but you find out soon that it all goes wrong.
Heave ahead, my hearties, and if you want to know, I'll spin you a yarn, a hair in a song. Yo ho, little girls, yo ho. Yo ho, little girls, yo ho. That's so, little girls, that's so. Oh, it sounds all right in a sailor's song, but you find out soon that it all goes wrong. Heave ahead, my hearties, and if you want to know, I'll spin you a yarn, a hair in a song. Yo ho, little girls, yo ho. 'Twas in the broad Atlantic, in the equinoctial gales, a young fellow fell overboard among the sharks and whales. He fell right down so quickly, so headlong down fell he, then he went out of sight like a streak of light to the bottom of the deep blue sea, singing, "Rule Britannia, Britannia, roll away. Britain's never shall Mariette, well, Mariette at the bottom of the deep blue sea, singing, "Rule Britannia, Britannia, roll away. Britain's never shall Mariette, well, Mariette at the bottom of the deep blue sea."
Once again! I thought you were never going to answer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen! Good evening! Lovely, elucidatorily, eulogizing inaugurally for your approbation, itinerant, musical, street vendors, the Cambridge Buzzcocks! acquisition of post-inebriacy tristesse. French for a hangover. The outrageous grotesquerie of the musicologist's nightmare. Caviar to some several European generals. Madam Anna Dawson!
Last night was one of those nights you remember. The kind of night that you never forget. A glass of wine, maybe two, who remembers? A lot of laughs with the people you met. A cavalry officer simply divine showed me his scars. Or did I show him mine? Though I know that I had a ball, I can't recall last night at all. What's that word I wrote on the wall? I don't wish to recall last night at all. The night was perfect and bright stars were shining. At 12 o'clock, I recall we had rain. A group sang madrigals while we were dining. Someone kept filling my glass with champagne. A woman got drunk, it was dreadful to see. She stripped to the waist. Oh my God. Was that me? Though I know that I had a ball, I don't recall last night at all. I lost my brooch. I hope that was all. I don't wish to recall last night at all. Before I deliver a little encore, there's something I wish to make clear. They say I brought pleasure to millions or more. They say that my singing helped win the last war. When I sing to the troops in the rear, I'm a dame with a name at the peak of my fame. I'm known as the Empress of Song. The critics bravo, and the critic should know that I cannot help feeling they're wrong. I'm lauded, applauded, recorded, but lost. I'm a musical flaw that they seem to have missed. That they seem to have missed. That they seem to have missed. a whacking great in the bass because I'm tone deaf. I'm tone deaf. Never knew much about pitch. Some people you know can sing solo-te-do and claim they can tell which is which. Stone tone deaf. Can't tell a B from an F. Stravinsky once said, I don't want to carp, but if that's a B natural played on that harp, then you're either B flat, dear, or bloody B sharp. Oh, when I'm tone deaf. I'm tone deaf, but in most modern works for the voice, the note that you hit doesn't matter a bit, so it's purely a matter of choice. Stone tone deaf, musically D-E-F-F. Now perhaps Covent Garden can do without me, but whilst I provide an exorbitant fee, I can always get work with the dear BBC. DFC. NBG. Oh, well, I'm tone deaf. Yes, I'm tone deaf.
Voluble in verisimilitudinous. From verisimilitude. Vicissitudinous vacuities that darling, buttonholing veteran of the army who but Mr. Clive, say it, does!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, my lords, ladies and others. It is not only a great honour to come to speak to you in this hall tonight, it's also highly inconvenient.
I see, by the way, sir, that you're showing your medals.
Really? Oh, the medal, sorry, yes. Yes, I got that one for bravery.
Oh.
I saved the whole regiment from being killed.
How did you do that?
I shot the cook. Now, I've just remembered, Mr. Sack. Do you mind if I lend you my hat to look after it for me?
No, it's a lovely token.
Yes. I've just remembered where I last saw you.
Where was that?
In the Boer War, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course it was. That was at the Battle of
Yeah, Bloemfontein and Majuba Hill.
You filthy swag. Yeah, that was where it was. You were the young officer in charge of retreating, I remember you. You had them boots made with the heels in the front, I remember as well. I've got to tell you about Africa, and that this campaign I was in was terrifically exciting, and me and my young friend, we were really happy. We was in the infantry, you see, and then we were having a nice time, and suddenly a young officer came in, and he said, "General Gordon wants to be relieved," he said. Well, I thought that sounded a bit of fun, you know. Anyway, he said, "You will have to join the Camel Corps, and you must have a medical examination." So my friend went in to have his medical examination, and he came out all smiles. I said, what are you smiling for? He said, I haven't got to go in the camel car. I said, why not? He said, well, you know I have to wear this truss. He said, I don't have to go in. So I said, well, could you lend it to me for a few minutes? So he said, of course. So I went and hid behind a sergeant major and put it on. See, and then I went in, and the doctor gave me a thorough examination. He said, well, I'm afraid you'll have to go in the camel car. I said, what? What's the matter? He said, how long have you been wearing that? So I said, 3 years, sir. He said, you're definitely going to camel car. Anyone that can wear a truss upside down for 3 years can wear it. An officer said, come along now, Jones, come along now, get moving, sound the advance. You got it. It was a bloody difficult war to get started. Anyway, eventually we all marched off into columns. We marched off into the African daytime. The dust was flying. And the officer said, he said, sound, Jonesy, sound the get down. Well, I never sounded a get down, so I went. And the officer said, I know what we do, I know what to do. He's a very excitable man. He said, well, one platoon, said, platoon on the right, fixed bayonets in charge to the right, platoon on the left, fixed bayonets in charge to the left, platoon in the middle, fixed bayonets in charge out the centre. Hooray! Wow! And I thought, and you couldn't see their bottoms for dust and small stones. Away they went, way, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he came to me, he crawled to me with a crooked smile on his face. He said, Jonesy, do you remember when we was in the Crimea? I said, yes, sir. He said, do you remember when I got the platoon to fix bayonets in charge to the east, and another platoon to fix bayonets in charge to the west, another platoon up the middle, and they all got killed? I said, yes, sir. He said, I think I've done it again. And then suddenly something terrible happened. The tribe out on the rust, they started to shout their cry. Ya-boom, 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 ya-boom. No, they didn't. What did they? No, that lot, they shout, ya-ba. Yeah, that's right, ya-ba. It's different tribes. Ya-ba, ya-ba. Listen, I can't do all this on my own. Would you mind being that tribe? All through down the middle. When I hold my own, would you shout ya-ba for me? Like, right, ya-ba. That's very, very good. Can you just remember those two words? Now, the tribe on the west, I listened to them with my ear hole, and I heard them shouting, ya bum, ya bum, ya bum. If for any clergyman, you can say ya bum. So will you do that right? Ya bum, ya ba, ya bum, ya ba, ya bum. See, that's the way it was. Then all this time, there was a big tribe of hyenas laughing their heads off. Do you mind being the tribe of hyenas? They were going like this. Would you do that for me? Very good indeed. Thank you very much. Give them a big round of applause. Hey. Right. So they're going. Ya-ba, ya-boom, ya-ba, ya-boom, ya-ba, ya-boom.
It's a long, long way to
I know that it will give my dear sister-in-law and all of you particular pleasure that I now am privileged to announce the charismatic crystallinity of those sibling, scintillant serenaders, Mr. Vernon and Miss Mary Etta Midgley!
Tornami a dir che m'ami, dimmi che mio tu sei, quando tu a me mi chiami, la
admiration, multi-talented, and with it, much loved. Your own, your very, very own, Mr. Roy Castle!
All right.
Thank you. I could have finished on that. It's never going to go any better than that, is it? Well, good night. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it. So what am I going to sing?
Champagne Charlie.
Champagne Charlie? No, we can't be topical on this show. No, as a matter of fact, the record for opening and drinking a bottle of champagne by one person is 25 seconds. And they're still trying to get him down from up there. Let's try. 25 seconds. Are you counting, Sunbeam? Okay. Oh, get it. It'll be all right. Pull that in. Pull that in. Pull it. Pull it. Pull that in. Pull that. We'll have your hat off. Don't worry. We'll have... Wait. Hey. Wait. Hello. Hello. Oh, dear, oh, dear. That's nice. All right. Who's the culprit? Come on. Da-da-da-da-da. The first person to hiccup gets it. I'm watching you. Have that looked at and get it fingerprinted. Look who's wearing gloves. No wonder he sent me out to look for the orchestra just before the show. No, I'm celebrating, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine? Here I am in my hometown, celebrating. I have at last met Barney Corland. This is now my 73rd show here, until I get it right. Just a moment. No, I'm really celebrating because I've met Mr. Corland at last. I got this missive. He says, you will come and meet me to discuss what you are going to give to my clients, he said. So that's it, at a local ale house. We turned up there. Well, I had to be there at 2 o'clock, so I was there at 1:45. I thought I'd be there in good time. Walking up and down, wondering what he's going to be like, you know. I bet he'll be a big fella with one earring. And a tiara. And I won't be able to say anything about it. He'll be a big fella. And then I started to get worried, you know. You get worried about your appearance. You think, well, I've got time, I'll just go and check. So I thought, I'll just nip into the men's room and check. And that's where I made my mistake. Have you got any mistake music? Ha. Ha. Yeah. Teeth are all right. Confident there. Hair's all right. No Yorkshire pudding in there. Yeah. All tight. Lovely. Well, hello, Mr. Calhoun. No. Callahan. I forgot his name now already. Hello, Mr. Corland. Yeah, that's all right. I'll be all right. All right. Hey there. Wait a minute. Now, hair's a little bit off. Hello, what's this here? Instant hair cream? What do you have to do? Insert penny? Yeah, that's right. Hold out hand. Push plunger. That's all right, that's all right. To continue, look at this. Freshen up with aftershave. Great. That means if I don't look too well, at least I'll smell good. Insert penny, right. Hold out hand. Push plunger. Seen this before? Ow! Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. No. Where's the water? Water? Oh, no. cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, cold. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Well, yeah, yeah. Now then, where's the towel? Anyway, hello. Come on, yeah, it's stuck all right. I can see it's stuck. Pull it hard. Oh, beg your pardon, sir. These funny jackets with the big flaps. I'm terribly sorry about the big flap. It's an accident. Is that all right with you? Oh, come on, come on. All right, what's all that about? Sunbeam? Hey, who do you think you are? Oh, hello, Mr. Colehan. So we discussed the whole thing, and he said, "Whoa, I think you ought to play something you've never played before." So I said, "What?" He said, "Well." Nice, isn't it? They had the upper hand. So I'm going to play something I've never... Mr. Herman. Is it Herming or Hemmings? Ah, Mr. Herman, thank you. You didn't pinch this, did you? No. Great. Lovely. Oh, where's the mouthpiece? I've never played the xylophone before, have I, Mr. Herman?
You haven't.
What is it now? Yes. It's lovely, this Edwardian fun, 'cause we still haven't faced the Hun. But we're all right, 'cause we've got Clive Dunn. Hey, don't panic. It's good in the good old days. Here we go now. Bernard, pies have come. Back in the good old. Back in the good old days. Back in the good old days. Yogi, yogi, yogi. Hey, hey, hey. That's about it for now.
Always exemplary auxiliaries. The Players' Theatre assist in the delineation of the songs of Mr. Fred Barnes with, ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished, debonair and very, very dashing Mr. Dudley Stevens!
Give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest to me. Give me a babbling brook, give me a shady nook, where no one can see. Give me a bench for two, where we can bill and coo, and mine she's bound to be. If there's anyone in doubt, and they'd like to try me out, give me the moonlight, the rest to me. For I'm the black sheep of the family. Everybody runs me down. People shake their heads at me, say I'm a disgrace to society. But I shall try my luck in the colonies, and there I'll rise or fall. And when I come back, then the sheep that was black will perhaps be the whitest of them all. I've just been wandering all alone down Paradise Row. When I was a kiddie, I'd a sweetheart, and down there we would go. I called her Nellie, and she called me Joe, and we would romp there hand in hand. Then we'd both sit down on a doorway there, and we'd picture the future grand. On Mother Kelly's doorstep, down Paradise Row. Mother Kelly's doorstep, down in Paradise Row. Nellie, she'd sit along Joe. She'd got a little hole in her frock, a hole in her shoe, a hole in her sock where her toe peeped through. But Nellie was the smartest in our alley. On Mother Kelly's doorstep, I'm wondering now if little girl Nellie remembers Joe, her beau, and does she love me like she used to? On Mother Kelly's doorstep, down Paradise Row. Give me a million beautiful girls to love, simply love all the time. If they're small, if they're tall, anything interests and I'll fall for them all. Give me a million kisses and hugs, for loving is no crime. I'd like to love every girlie and then go back to the first and start all over again. Give me a million beautiful girls, but give me them one at a time. Give me a million beautiful girls to love, simply love all the time. If they're tall, anything interests and I fall for them all. Give me a million kisses and hugs, for loving is no crime. Girls who are bashful but willing to learn, leave me your address and then wait your turn. Give me a million beautiful girls, but give me them one at a time. Give me them, give me them, give me them one at a time. Now, for everything that happens, there's a reason, no matter if it's large or if it's small. Now, why was poor old Mother Adam teasing poor old Father Adam in the autumn when she knew the leaves would fall? It's a woman who has caused the trouble since the world began. And you can bet your life that when you see a ruined man, there's a woman, there's a woman, there's a woman at the bottom of it all. Now you will find many times through history, a girl has made a fellow look at things he shouldn't see. For a woman, for a woman. Every day some fellow seems to fall. Now, many years ago, before the days of you and I, somebody asked Nelson how he came to lose his eye. Well, he ran his famous signal up, and this was his reply. If England expects every man to do his duty, and none ask why, there's a woman at the bottom of it all. Now, everybody's heard of Jonah. What a silly tale.
It seems that he fell overboard whilst in a heavy gale. But when a fellow leaves his home to live inside a whale, there's a woman at the bottom of it all. There's a woman at the bottom of it all. I never worry if a girl is bashful or if a girl is shy. I never worry if she has that look of, don't you dare kiss me, in her eye. I never worry if I want some loving. I know just what to try. You may wonder what I do. There's nothing strange about it. Here is all I ask of you. Give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest to me. Give me a babbling brook, give me a shady nook where no one can see. Give me a bench for two where we can bill and coo, and mine she's bound to be. If there's anyone in doubt and they'd like to try me out, give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest to me. Give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest. And once you leave the rest to me, give me a babbling, give me a babbling brook, a shady nook, where positively no one else can see. Give me a bench, give me a tune, where we can build, and mine is bound to be. If there's anyone who'd like to try me out, give me the moonlight, give me the girl, and leave the rest to me.
Now it is just time to ask Mr. Roy Castle to lead the company and yourselves in the last chorus for tonight, Down at the Old Bull and Bush. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roy Castle, the entire company, Mr. Bernard Herrmann, and the entire and unflappable orchestra. But this time, chiefly yourselves!
And we'll be down at the Old Bull and Bush at the same time next week. Now, you never know who's going to pop up next on Plus. It could be Janet Brown, Freddie Starr, Peter Goodright, and a host of disguises on Who Do You Do?